What's good, y'all? Let's talk about coming to America. I just watched that movie and let me tell you, it was fantastic. So, this is my very first movie breakdown. It has no spoilers. If you want me to do some more movie videos and you want me to add the spoilers, please let me know in the comment section. But to start it off, I didn't want to ruin anybody's movie going experience. So let me tell you all about this movie. First, let's start with the plot. It's about Eddie Murphy's character Akeem. The Prince of Zamunda is now the king. He has to go back to America in order to find his son because his son needs to get married so that he can continue the heir. Akeem has 3 daughters, but the 3 daughters can't do it because, of course, sexism.
I always thought that Mika was going to be queen.
A woman isn't allowed to rule Zamunda. It's the law.
Did it ever occur to you that Mika wanted to be your heir?
Now, if you're one of those people and you don't like a whole lot of social justice in your movies, that's all right. Like I said, yes, sexism was one of the themes of the movie. However, they don't lay it on too thick. There are a lot of other themes and a lot of other lessons, and everybody has to learn some things and grow. Some of the lessons include being yourself, being a strong leader. You know, if you remember the first movie, Akeem wanted to find his own way regardless of the law. He wanted to go out and find himself a bride. In this movie, it seems like he lost his way. So now
I cannot ignore hundreds of years of tradition. I am the ruler of this land. I must be strong.
It is also tradition that times must and always do change, my friend.
So I watched the first movie right before I watched this movie because I knew there were going to be a whole lot of references and I wanted to be prepared. I wanted to make sure that when I saw a reference, I'd be able to catch it. And I was right. There was a couple references to the first movie, and there was actually references to, believe it or not, Black Panther.
He's supposed to be like the Prince of Wakanda.
Wakanda is a fictional place.
Not to everybody.
Zamunda is a very real nation.
I don't need no handout.
It's actually a lot of hidden references that I found kind of funny. A lot of similarities. So as you watch the movie, look out for the similarities because I found that to be particularly hilarious. One of the other things that I like about this movie is something that I typically like about black movies. They always get the big names. I mean, we know how to collaborate. So you saw a lot of black comedians all coming together to make this a really good laugh. And it really brings out the comedy. You had Tracy Morgan, Trevor Noah, Michael Blackson, even Rick Ross made a caveat. They also found a lot of natural African actors. You know, in the first movie, they didn't have a whole lot of diversity as far as the African actors. So it was a whole lot of people playing African actors. And, you know, you could hear the fake accent and it doesn't give the authentic feel. This movie did a whole lot better in that regard. One of the things that I didn't like about the casting is that one of the main characters, you know, Eddie Murphy's son, you know, Akeem's son in the movie, he's not really a known actor and he's not really a well-known comedian.
This ain't my way, Marimbe. And I can't be what he wants me to be.
I feel like as a comedy, his part more than anybody else's part should have been funny. So they could have gotten a well-known comedian or at least somebody who, you know, performs at comedy clubs or something. I'm not even sure he's a comedy at all. this is actually one of his first major roles, and this is what he's going to be known for. You know, they could have gotten a DJ Youngfly or something, you know, rather than get a regular Joe Schmo, nobody actor who only played in the sitcom before this. But other than that, I feel like the movie was great. You know, sequels often have a hard time really finding themselves in the world because people watch the first ones, they're like, they ain't gonna live up to this. But I feel like this movie did a good job at living up to the first movie. You know, for my final rating, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. So being that this is my first movie video, I'm trying to think, should I still end these with a question? I wouldn't even know what to ask, but let me try this one. Here's the question. Was 30 years too long for them to make a sequel? And if you've seen this movie, did it live up to the original? Let's talk about it.